Well, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, this morning, I would love to firstly encourage each and every one of you for getting into the real life and getting to understand some realities of life, specifically from the Bible, the book of Luke chapter 19, verse 1 to 10. This aspect of this book is talking about Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus, the task, or the other names is little man. It is pitiable enough for us to know who was Zacchaeus and how he was when he received his salvation. And if you see this portion of this, it tells you some biblical supports, realities, and how one can change to be a child of God and to sustain or to succeed or to receive salvation unto themselves. By conversion, Zacchaeus climbed a tree so that he could see Jesus. No one knows why he has to, but it was by a conversion to know who was Jesus and what that great man of God could do in his life. And he wanted to also see if Jesus was a man of the year, of the time, of their days, everyone has been talking about. And if you understand from the passage, Zacchaeus was a man from Jericho. Jesus and his disciples were so many multitude of people after they had waited upon him, or has waited on him for that day long. When they received him, many feared that they could have taken him to the king palace or maybe for the place for which they had set up. But unfortunately for them, he told Zacchaeus, little man, that this is the day that the Lord has made for his life, for him, Zacchaeus, to receive salvation, as which as many has condemned him. Now he was a wicked man, an evil man, that does not represent that Jesus could have stuck with. And that is somehow about how sometimes you live, how people may judge you. And if you read the book of 1 Timothy 5, 1 verse 5, 1 verse 15, says Jesus came into the world to save sinners. Alright? He has not come to know or to save those that know him, but rather those that don't know him. So if he could have gone to those that already know him, how could Zacchaeus be converted? And by giving back what he had taken from the poor people of that land called Jericho. So it is not a mistake. It will never be a mistake for God to visit your life, and it will not be a mistake for God to touch your lives. People may wonder why should that be, but it is a time for which God has destined for you. It's a time for which God has set for you. It's a time for which God has prepared for you. No matter how many or how long it may take, your day will come. Your days are coming. No matter how difficult things may be, life may be, your day is now. Jesus is coming with his reward. Now you shall not be left behind. It is by your grace, it is by your conviction, it is by your desire